10 things some Christians consider sinful that actually aren't. 1. Drinking alcohol. Some Christians abstain from any alcoholic beverages. However, drinking isn't actually forbidden in the Bible. In fact, people drink wine in the Bible. It's always done in celebration and for other positive reasons. 2. Dancing. Some people think dancing is fundamentally sinful. The Bible does teach that dancing can lead people to sin, but it is not explicitly prohibited. Ecclesiastes 3:4 states that there is
a time to weep and a time to laugh, a time to mourn and a time to dance.
This implies that dancing can be appropriate. In fact, King David danced before the Lord with all his might. 3. Eating pork. Pork is prohibited by the Old Testament, but in the New Testament, Jesus overturned this prohibition. Jesus said that all foods are clean. After that point, eating pork is no longer considered sinful. 4. Getting tattoos. Some Christians believe that tattooing is prohibited by the Bible, but that's not strictly the case. Leviticus 19:28 states,
"Do not cut your bodies for the dead, or put tattoo marks on yourselves."
However, many see this as relating to idolatrous practices. It's not about tattooing and body art as a whole. 5. Playing cards. The Bible does caution against excess. It discourages activities that could lead to gambling, but playing cards in itself is never explicitly condemned. Christianity usually encourages indulging in moderation. 6. Practicing yoga. Yoga is rooted in spirituality, so some Christians see its practice as sinful. However, yoga is never specifically mentioned in the Bible. It can be practiced in the physical sense. 7. Enjoying wealth or material success. 1 Timothy 6:10 famously states,
"For the love of money is the root of all kinds of evil."
However, this doesn't mean that having money is inherently bad. It simply means that we shouldn't be greedy. Any kind of excess is generally condemned. 8. Divorce. The Bible highlights the sanctity of marriage, but it also mentions divorce as a legitimate option. It's described as a kind of necessary evil. Malachi 2 says that God hates divorce, but it also says that God hates violence even more. So an abusive marriage would be a bigger sin. 9. Skipping church or Sunday school. The Bible says nothing about regimented church attendance. Hebrews 10:25 reads,
"Let us not give up meeting together, as some are in the habit of doing."
But there's no sin in sleeping in on a Sunday. Sunday school is an 18th century invention. It's never mentioned or alluded to in the Bible at all. 10. Celebrating Halloween. Romans 14:5 reads,
"One person considers one day more sacred than another. Another considers every day alike. Each of them should be fully convinced in their own mind."
No holiday is banned by the Bible. Some Christians don't like Halloween for its pagan origins, but if it's simply a day of having fun, it should be respected. There's no sin in dressing up and decorating.